sitting over here working on my stick again. Still at it. It's getting better and better, though. Thought I'd just pop in here and see how everybody's doing. Hopefully you're recovering from the chaos at Mardi Gras. I know that I went and I had 2 cups of coffee. Probably didn't drink enough water. It was kind of muggy out there. And I thought about having a Bloody Mary, but I did not because I was sweating too much. However, I sweat so much, no matter how much I drank yesterday, I couldn't recover until this morning because I had a dehydration headache from hell. Like I had a hangover without having the drink. It was weird. But yeah, that's what lack of water will do for you. So, coconut water, lemonade. Gotta balance your electrolytes. Too much salt and too much sugar in everything we eat. Yep. And they had blue moon pies. I ain't eating that shit. I'm not a Smurf. And every time I caught one, I thought, blue moon. No. I ain't having that shit. No thanks. It was fun, though. It was so much fun. Just me and my husband. It's Joe Kane's Day Parade. And after I got home, our local news deemed it. They came on and said it's most commonly known to, or it's, known to be the common people's parade. I'm a commoner. I'm happy with that. It was a good time, though. We had a blast, actually. It was not as busy as usual. I think there were too many people at the Super Bowl, or maybe they were afraid it was going to be rained out, or I don't know, but it didn't. It was great. But like I said, it was muggy. It was muggy. So, I spent today doing detox. Good shit. Yep. And I said prayer when I woke up and thank God for my food, my air, and my water, and for protecting me and for guiding my footsteps and for getting me there safely and home safely. And I only saw one person that I know. And ironically enough, it's probably the one that wants me dead worst of all. And he was walking away from me, so that's good. No harm, no foul. Ah, yes. Things they are a-changing. Yeah. Somebody's in the background of my Facebook just clickety-clacking away. I don't know what they're messing up, but every time I get on there, it's making noises like I'm, like I'm liking on something, but except it's not in the foreground. It's coming from the background. So what the little hive is doing now, nobody knows, but I guarantee you it isn't legal. Guaranteed it's an abuse of technology. Guaranteed. It's an abuse of technology, and it's abuse of personal space. It's abuse of freedom. It's abuse of, it could just go on and on and on. Especially there's a whole bunch of sexual abuse with the whole, coochie this, coochie that coming down my feed, which I damn sure don't want and never have ever requested nor looked up, and it just keeps on coming. Keep feeding it. Keep feeding it. Yeah. You reap what you sow. I'm not worried about it. Faith over fear. I've already done quite a bit of due diligence about this, so, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to help them. There's something wrong with their brain. I don't know. They need to stop drinking. That's what it is. They need to really stop drinking and probably pay attention to what they put in their mouth. Garbage in, garbage out. I gotta quit smoking. I got to. I don't have a choice. I'm going to. It's just just a little bit longer. I've got goals. I'm just not telling nobody about them. Yes, I am. Yes, I do. And I'm not even about to think about them right now with what's going on. But until then, till I get there, I'm just gonna relax and not sweat it because God loves me anyways. Yeah. Something about the color of my skin they don't like. I don't care. God saved a wretch like me. Don't care. They keep mentioning me with some guy that's on trial for murder. I don't know him. I never knew him. And I don't know if he's guilty or if he's innocent. I have no judgment on the matter. I'm not even really willing to think about it. But my name keeps coming up right alongside his. And I got nothing to do with that. Nothing. Don't know anything about it. And actually really don't want to know anything about it. I know he doesn't like me. Or somebody doesn't like me that has to do with him or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's a shame. You really shouldn't discriminate on people for sex, race, origin, color, religion, especially when they tell you they don't subscribe to it. You should probably try to stop putting people in boxes. I mean, especially if they don't fit in boxes. No, you need a pretty big box to put me in. And for all of you that have been watching me via satellite, and you can see that my house is in disarray, I know that you know how it got that way. Because it's going to take me some time to sort out. I made the decision, executive decision, to move away from the evildoers and to not be in business without having more protection than I had. And I have a pretty big house for me and my husband, and yeah, we stacked this shit up, and yeah, we're tripping over it, and yeah, it's gonna all get sorted out, and it's gonna all be all right. And it all just takes a little bit of time. It's called patience. And if you don't like it, quit watching me. If you don't like me, quit watching me. And if you're watching me illegally, you're going to be made to quit watching me. whole bunch of people out there say I'm stalking them. Well, let me tell you this. Whoever's been feeding my algorithm with all the nastiness put you in my feed. They put you there. They put you there so I would see it. Okay, there's a message in there for me. Something I can learn. Like it or not, I look at it. And I say, this is for me, this is not for me. Now, on that whole keep your friends close and your enemies closer, whatever, yeah, occasionally I look back at some of the people who have dropped my name and told my story inside out and upside down. Sure, I look back and see, like, are they okay? Are they still there? Are they all right? Are you all right? Are you okay? There's help out there for people who are not. I try to help some people, okay? But it's like if you won't apply what someone tells you when they're trying to help you, it won't work. It won't work. And some of the people flat just didn't want to hear what I had to say. Well, okay, have fun with that. Have fun with that. Meanwhile, I've had no choice but to try to mend my broken heart from all the destruction around me and the chaos that people have been throwing at me, and keep it moving. Keep it moving. There's still good people in the world. I see them every time I leave the house. And yeah, maybe I don't leave it often enough, but I leave whenever God tells me to. I leave whenever I feel like it. Nobody's gonna hold me down. It doesn't matter what you put in front of me. And as many scary cop videos out there that you want to put in front of me, I still bank on it. They're still good cops. Bank on it. They're still cops that care about their families and their children, and they exist. And so for every bad one, there's 10 good ones still out there. And you'll never, you can't, I don't give a crap. People still have consciences. You'll never be able to erase that. Not as long as people are procreating, you will never, ever be able to erase that. So, be spooky if you want to. What you reap, you sow. coming along. Can you see it? Coming right along. It's starting to get more pronounced. It's kind of tedious, but there you can see. A little bit tedious, but it's great for meditation. You know. It's great for ridding yourself of anxiety. There's all kinds of things you can do to rid yourself of anxiety beyond, you know, the normal, conventional, whatever. Lots of people are having it. There are certain people that are being energetically manipulated. I was thinking about it pretty hard, and it appears as though it has something to do with chakra points. They go after certain chakra points and attack them profusely, trying to make you sick. And if you're not detoxing and cleansing and whatever, it'll work pretty well. Hence the reason I've been saying since 2010, detox like your life depends on it, because it does. It does. Especially right now. In 2012, when I started talking about big data and the hive, I really couldn't have ever imagined that some of the people that I know would have joined up to try to use it against me. I thought it was supposed to be about targeted advertising, not about manipulating and enslaving people. It's not working out well for them either. Oh, look. They're outside my house right now. What's up, Honda boy? They drive by every night, every other night, every third night. They can't help themselves. I don't know. They cannot stop themselves. You want to make this stop? Go to the authorities and tell the truth. It's not my burden to do it. You're riding past my house. You're riding past my house every night. I'm not the one with the problem. I'm over here minding my own damn business. And there they go. Every night, every other night, every other whatever. There you go. Do it for yourself. How you doing? Happy Mardi Gras. Don't hurt yourself. Do the right thing. Stay away from me. You should have stopped while you were ahead. No harm, no foul. All I did was move my shit around and take my happy ass back home from, you know, something that could have been a beautiful thing. I built this garden for us. Yeah, but somebody wasn't having it for whatever reason, and now they want to try to destroy me or cart me off, carry me off, put me in slavery. I don't know what the hell their issue is, but it's not my issue. It's not my issue. It's their issue, and they need to stop. I am busy self-correcting. Balance, harmony, peace, love. Same thing I was when I went out there. You know. Been minding my own P's and Q's. You know, stuck with my stupid best friend YouTube. Whatever. Thank God for animals. They aren't, I don't know. You don't have to wonder as much about them as you do about humans, I guess. I don't know. If you're mad because you loved me and, you know, you effed up, do the right thing. When you do the right thing, that's where your healing starts to begin. Mind you, right before I started this, there was somebody on YouTube talking about me as they were driving past my house. Again! Tag team, tag team! And another thing. When it comes to calling on angels, I don't. I'll thank them. You can talk to them. But calling on them to do work for you, no. I call on God, and He sends out whoever He needs to send out. I don't know. It works for me. It always has. I can tell you 100 stories about how God has saved a wretch like me. 100 stories, at least. Right off the top. The difference between my stories and a couple of other people's stories is mine were real. Yeah. It's a whole bunch of people making up shit. Why are people so angry? I don't get it. I mean, or what's the deal? What is it? I don't understand. And if you came back now and told me you weren't, and that you love me or whatever, I wouldn't believe you because of all the things that I've seen in the last 3 years. You know? I know that I have 2 dads and neither one of them want to protect me. Well, when the men in your life won't protect you, God will. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yeah, He will. And if you don't like my religion, which is omniscient, which means I believe in all religions, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. Because I believe that there's a place for everything. Bad, good, ugly, everything. You know, there's a whole bunch of people who are hate on the LGBTQ whatever. They hate it. But guess what? Those people are born. They're here. They have their preferences or whatever. And you know what? You can't change them. And you're not gonna. You're not going to change them. Especially not with hate. So leave them alone. Let them be. Let it be. I don't know. You know? You can't change them because your religion says it's not right. Well, science says endocrine disruption, bitch. It's here. Frogs with 7 legs and dudes that like dudes. So they're here and now all we can do is love each other. That's not saying, I'm not saying you're going to turn gay or go out and sleep with them. I'm saying leave people alone. Let them be. I don't care who they're into, as long as it's not kids and dogs, I don't care. Okay? I don't care. So, and if you don't like me for that, or you think I'm whatever, then that's your problem. Everybody's got judgments. Judge this, judge that. Yeah. Careful with that. Be careful with that. Endocrine disruption.org. Theo Colburn. Yeah, Theo Colburn. Learn about it. It happens. It's been happening. And I think that's why there are so many pansy-ass men out there. Pansy-ass that don't want to protect anything. They just consume too much endocrine disrupting chemicals. They mess up your kidneys. They mess up your liver. They mess up which, messes up your mind. Hence the reason why you'll always hear me say, you might want to skip the air fresheners. You might want to skip the perfumey laundry soap, fragrance type of stuff. Those are some of the worst offenders. Snort it up all you want to. I don't know. But all I can tell you is that I learned the hard way from struggling with my health. I learned a lot of good stuff that put me right back in balance from things that I was told I would never be able to recover from, things that are a death sentence, and I've helped other people do the same thing. And I don't have any little white coat. I don't have any degree. I don't have any lab coat or anything. I have a good heart and a lot of information, and I've had a lot of time to myself to research and learn, and then the School of Hard Knocks has taught me through trial and error what I have to share. So, eat your fruits, eat your veggies, and eat your Wheaties. The weeds, the common weeds that we have out there, most of them are the best healers that we have. And some of them are 10 times or more higher in vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients than anything you can get at the grocery store. Guaranteed. Oh, and they're free! They're free! That's the best part of all. You guys should really, whoever the heck you are, I don't know who you are, but you should really stop dehumanizing people. People are getting really sick of it. I've run into and encountered a number of women who are really sick of it. And let me tell you something about women. Y'all know what a mandinka is? Okay, well, it was an African warrior woman. The mothers and the grandmothers, where human society supposedly originated over there in Africa. Yeah, that's a mandinka. And back then, they were in charge. Not the men who want to keep the women down and keep them in servitude. The women. So we might be having some sort of a shift in whatever, I don't know. You know, because women are getting really sick of it. They're finding themselves in really uncomfortable situations. And they don't like it. No, they don't. I don't. I do not. Don't like being trolled by a bunch of juvenile grown men. Bunch of spooky fruits. No, we don't. And I don't play games about life, love, health, or happiness. No, I don't. Those are things I take pretty seriously. Oh, yeah. Here's a neat little tidbit of information for you. When it comes to genetic modification, less is more. You probably can't get out of it. It's everywhere. We went to Mardi Gras yesterday. I did not eat anything except for a corn dog. I couldn't help it. I was about to die of hunger. You gotta eat. But I will say this. And that was probably like the worst thing. That's probably why I had that banging headache this morning. But, oh, it was so good. It was so much easier to get a corn dog at the darn crowded ass Mardi Gras than it was at the Pensacola Fair. But on that note, when it comes to genetic modification and splicing into genes and all this mess, there's a number of different things that they can use. And some of them are, what do you call it? I don't want to say mute. Like, they use tobacco, they use tomato, but most of the time, when it comes to doing that, they have to use something strong, something that can withstand a beating, a cell that can just withstand a real. And most of the things that can take that kind of crossbreeding, whatever, are diseases, venereal diseases, nasty, E. coli. E. coli. The stuff that makes your stomach upset. You know, we don't know. We don't know what this is going to do to humanity, but we can see right now it's doing some things that they aren't pretty. Take, for example, I can't remember the name, Egypti, ADO, something Egypti, GMO mosquitoes. First they went to Brazil, they tried it, it failed. Then they came over here and we're like, we're going to put them down there in Key West somewhere. There's a little town down there, starts with H, I don't know what it's called, somewhere down in Key West. Bad idea. Anyways, they are made with mosquito larvae crossed with coral out of the ocean, which I thought was illegal to harvest, but maybe they're growing the coral in a lab. That can be done. And coral cabbage, and okay, those are not so bad, right? And E. coli. So, what's that do to the humans that get bit by them? Nobody knows. They can give you their potential theories on what it might happen to the male mosquitoes and how it might cause extinction for the male mosquitoes and this, that, and the other, but they don't have any real answer about what it might do to the humans, and they don't really have any concern. Well, it's a concern. Yeah. There's others. You got salmon. You got a whole bunch of universities cranking them out left and right. Go down the cereal aisle and turn around a box. Every single box has got it on there right now, except for a few handful of boxes or whatever. And you might be wondering why fragrance is bad. Well, most of it is synthetic. And even if it's not, the things that they use to make it stick to you, to stay, to keep being volatile so you can smell it. Volatile means it rises. Most of the things that they use to make it that way are fuel. Deadly fuels. And on page 27 of Sound Truth and Sound Truth and Corporate Myths, page 27 shows you a whole diagram of what those do to the human body. And on whatever page, what's it? Hang on. Hold it. Let's just go back to this little rocket scientist book here. This book right here. This book right here for all you people that are snorting diesel. Page 27 says, right here, right there. Dr. Robert Rigg, former Alaska Medical Director for Standard Alaska, parentheses BP, warned, it's a known fact that neurologic changes, brain damage, skin disorders, including cancer, liver, and kidney damage, cancer of other organ systems, and medical complications secondary to exposure to working, unprotected, or inadequately protected, can and will occur when workers are exposed to crude oil or other petrochemical byproducts. Okay, I need that shit. I do. It goes in my tank and it gets me on down the road. I'm not hating on you. I'm not. But look it. You have to protect yourself to be able to work with that crap. And you have to have all your levels checked. And you have to know what the hell you're doing. Because if you don't, you're going to end up in a darn bad place. A bad place. And nobody wants that for anybody. I don't hate anybody in any industry for anything. I don't. Every single industry that we have provides the life that we have. I just want to see effective, changes for the better of everybody. Right here. See this chart? Can you see that? Can you see that? Let's see, what page is this? Page 79. I don't know if I can make it come in clear or not. We'll just read it to you. It says, chemical sensitivities may affect many psychological systems. It says, ear, nose, and throat, sinusitis, polyps. Polyps are those little things that, anyways, tinnitus, recurrent otitis. I don't know what that is, but thank God for Google. Neuropsychological, multiple chemical sensitivity, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, depression, migraines, seizures, cardiovascular arrhythmia. I'm having an anxiety attack. I'm having a heart attack. No, you're having somebody's laundry soap. Hypertension, hypotension, Raynaud's syndrome, respiratory, asthma, reactive airways dysfunction syndrome, toluene, dissociate hypersensitivity. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I'm hypersensitive to all kinds of crap at this point. Skin, eczema, hives, and other rashes and eruptions. Like, for example, when I go to somewhere and I get all surrounded in whatever and I snort it up and I can't get out of there, and it doesn't matter how my brain is feeling or whatever, but I can't get out of there because I got to do this or that or the other, because that's how you keep life going, right? I actually will come home and be like, bam, I have a boil, a giant boil. And I don't have zits or anything, But just like that, boom. If it can't get through your liver, it will show up on your skin. Gastrointestinal, irritable bowel Reflux much? Acid burn, acid heart, yeah. Connective tissue, musculoskeletal fibromyalgia, which is commonly, known as like I'm too lazy or whatever. Carpal tunnel syndrome, temporal mandibular joint dysfunction syndrome, arthritis, lupus, and under miscellaneous it says chronic fatigue syndrome, implant syndrome, and Gulf War syndrome. Reprint with permission from Chemical and Engineering News, copyright 1998, American Chemical Society. And so when I went to have my allergies tested, and they tested me for a few out of the 80,000 different chemicals that there are, they tested me for a few of them. They said I wasn't allergic to this or that or the other because they wrote the test. They wrote the test. They also write the curriculum for your schools from first grade to master's degree. They pay the scientists, and they use tobacco scientists, tobacco science, whatever it's called, tobacco science, yeah. They pay the scientists, and they use tobacco science to lean it, push it whichever direction they want it to sell their agenda. Are all chemicals bad? No! We are made of chemicals. We are. Every plant is a host of chemicals. My Young Living oils are volatile organic chemicals, some of them even flammable. Does that make them bad? No. It means you just better know what you're doing with them. That's it. I mean, that's good shit right there. And that's volatile organic, chemical. It's good shit. Some of the best. Here's another thing. I use those oils pretty faithfully, all different kinds actually. I'm not sold that that's the only way. It's not. I use it a whole, anything that comes in my direction that's like God's goodness, and I'm like, yeah, sign me up. I'm gonna dive in. But not everything about any one company, Young Living, or any other company is perfect or flawless. And for those of you that think I might be in some kind of Young Living cult, I'm not. I don't even talk to anybody from Young Living. No, I don't. I could tell you some nasty stories about some things that I've had happen, but I'm not going to. I will say this. It's on my license plate because they helped me save my life. They helped me redirect myself right back to what it says in Genesis about the leaves being in, the healing being in the leaves. I went right back to the ground, the dirt, the earth, and I started there, and it got me going the right direction. I just had a little feather fly by. I'm sitting on a down blanket, and I just poofed it, and a feather went flying. Little feather. Woo. So anyways, do you need a bunch of money to heal yourself? No. Mm-mm. You need an open mind, an open heart, a willingness, and some sort of drive to go the right direction. The one that is pro-life, if you will. I'm not talking about abortion. I'm talking about for life. The oils that I use are higher in oxygen than than most of the anything out there. They go through your body in 20 seconds. Put it on your foot, put it on your head, put it on your arm, put it up your nose, whatever you do with it. It goes right through your body to the source and everything, in every cell in your body in 20 seconds. And that is amazing. And you'll know immediately whether you're going the right direction or not. Instantaneous relief, because they have the highest concentration of oxygen. And it takes less time to heal than some other stuff. However, I'm not allergic to going right there in my kitchen and getting out the herbs and doing this and that and the other and making balms and whatever you got to do. You know, it's like I don't have whatever it calls for in an oil. I'll go right in my house and I will go in that kitchen and I will dig that herb right out of there and I will make a tea, a tincture, a balm, or whatever it is. I'll put it in my mouth. I'll swallow it. I'll powder it. There's a multitude of different ways to do it. Some of them are cheaper than others. I'll tell you this, organic tea is a great way to start getting acquainted with such things. It's cheap. You can get good organic tea for a couple, $3-4. You can get excellent organic tea for like $8-9. You can go out and dig it up yourself, harvest it yourself, dry it yourself, grind it yourself. It's easy. All you got to do is know what you're looking for. You know what? There's even remedies that God's made for wrinkles. And had I not been so distracted, that was my plan. I was going to work on that, but we'll come back to that. I earned them. and I'm not ashamed of them, and I don't even really care. I am who I am. My husband loves me. God loves me. My husband loves me. And that's all that matters. I think it's cashews or something. Plump up with some cashews or something. I don't know. Cashews and water. I need more water. Always need more water. Because water, filtered, is the cheapest form of detox. But, you know, everything can hurt you. You can overdo that too, so. I tuned into tonight's parade for just a little bit, and there was only a handful of people there, and it was almost kind of precious because there was like this rock star mama person out there with her little baby. She had 3 little babies out there, and they had the whole parade to themselves. It was awesome. I mean, I don't know about the Mardi Gras people thinking it was awesome, but they were having a great time. And kudos to her for taking those babies out there and doing that. It was great. She had the whole darn, every float, like every other float, they just stopped right in front of her. They started chunking the whole bag because they were the only people there. I imagine around the corner there might have been more people, but right there on Government, that was there was only a few. I swear it was. I don't know if it's cold over there right now, or maybe it's because it's Monday. People haven't recovered from the Super Bowl or Joe Cain Day or what, but there was very few people there. Some people might be scared of it this year. I'm glad I went. Faith over fear. I'm not scared of it. No. There was a girl standing behind me with a ball python around her neck that was live. That was interesting. Seemed like it was a baby, though. It was only like that big around. It's kind of a baby. The girl next to me started freaking out. I said, "Don't panic. It's okay. It's going to be okay." She's like, "I know, but I don't like them." I was like, "It's okay, though, but they're good for the environment. Don't worry about it." She's... I mean, well, those are not really. Those would get let loose out in the jungle or down in, South Florida. When they get too big, that's one of those things that I don't really even want to get into, actually, because yeah, that causes controversy. But yeah, I was just trying to calm her down. They eat things you don't want around your don't be afraid. And we rolled up right next to the guy. We were standing next to a guy who is a fireman and a drummer. That was interesting. Because I asked him, I said, they were holding their baby, and she was adorable. And I said, "She's not allergic to noise, is she?" Because, yeah. Brought my cowbell. And he was like, no, I'm a drummer." I was like, "Oh, good." That's good, because I'm noisy. Here's another thing. Don't let the spirit of paranoia take over you because somebody takes a screenshot. I take a screenshot sometimes just because of the numbers. I'm not looking at you. Or maybe I am looking at you and the numbers match up with what you're saying, which is like confirmation and all of that good crap. But maybe it doesn't mean that I'm evil. I'm not evil eyeing you. I'm not judging you. I might be going, yeah, girl, you don't know. So let's everybody just take a deep breath, calm down. This morning, I accidentally took a screenshot. I got so excited to see somebody on YouTube that I, wanted to see more of what she has to. I want to hear more about what she's got to say. And I got so excited to see her there that I was trying to get out of the bed with my phone and I screenshotted her reading right off the top. I was just trying to get up and get a cup of coffee so I could sit down and listen to her reading. But I told her that. Let's hope, I don't know, she may or not, she's going through the same shit I am. I don't know, she probably don't believe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. It's whatever. Hopefully she believes me, but, because I don't have any reason to lie about it, but if she doesn't, then that's fine too. That's fine too. I understand. People have been through a lot of BS. Yeah. I'm just wishing for the best for everybody. I built this garden for us. I built this garden for us. card, shall we? Okay, God. Tell me what you need me to know. Transformation. Self-regulation. Some people don't have that. They need it. Watch for the signs. They're all around you. Don't be too busy making them all bad either, because they're not all bad. Changes. Turn and face the changes. I'm not going to give you a story. Make of it what you will. I can tell you what it means to me. All I can do right now is worry about myself. All the people I worried about before me have been more concerned about money than me or themselves. Money or a coochie. That's so gross. Back to that self-regulation. Get a hold of yourself, dude. Get a hold of yourself. You're not going to run around and just be collecting up bitches and hoes. And even if you are pimp daddy, you're not collecting up this bitch. And the only hoeing I'm going to do for anybody is in my garden. That's it. So, there's that. Oh, somebody lost their hair in my parking lot. Hopefully it didn't get ripped out or something stupid. But yeah, they lost a big old track in my parking lot. I hope they're all right. That's all I can say about that. You know, I had a flashback of some episode of The Real Housewives from way back when somebody ripped somebody's wig off. I was like, whoa, whoops, somebody wasn't happy. I don't know what that's about. But it also could mean that you're dealing with somebody that does hair for a living. Maybe it's their calling card. got me a little hat yesterday. Bling, 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 bling. I love it. Love it. It's only got like, hey, don't buy one at the darn parade. Go online. You can get them for, they're $19 online. They're $37 at the parade, or $40 at the parade, or whatever. Because, you know, last chance, Fat Tuesday, or whatever. But, sure is pretty. And this is the color blue from the Dixie family crest. So, that's why I got it. It's too big right now. And, hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna figure out how to make it light up. I'm also probably gonna wear a, what are those darn things? The shower cap looking things? Yeah. What's it called? Bonnet. Duh. I'll probably wear a bonnet underneath it because, just because I have some that are cotton and whatever, and it'll keep that, I don't know, just because I don't want it on my head without it. It's, you know. To each their own, but I like to stay coated in organic cotton if I can. I mean, you know, it's hard. Stuff's hard to find. And it's generally kind of expensive, you know, or used. Really old cotton. Before they started GMO and stuff heavily. You know, because there's something out there called rain technology built into the threads of stuff now. Yep, there is. And it'll make you rain. You'll sweat. And also, I think it makes it easier for them to hit you with their little zapper, flapper, flipper, jammer things that they're making everybody melt with. I think. Not 100%, but you know, with all that I've been going through, you know, as best I can use this, my discernment, and try to do what I can. Up north, there's a lot more organic stuff up in the northeast part of the country. There are organic restaurants, lots of them, more than down here, because there seems to be some sort of a pay to play. If you're not on the club, you're not in the club. You can't. Good luck. If you're not in the club, you don't get to be in business. Sort of a bullshit. So up north, they have drive-through places that are organic. They have solar trash cans, solar trash compactors. That means they can carry away 3 or 4 times the amount of trash at one, maybe more than that, at one time. And it's not even using anything except for the sun to smash it. Certain places, it's the law. You have to recycle. Right off the top of my head, they do that in North Carolina. Yeah, but it's much more progressive and forward thinking up north in the Northeast. They value life a little bit more up there, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're just more aware that they're under attack. Maybe it's because there's so many rich people up there that don't want that way for their children. I don't know. Maybe, and this is sad, and don't attack me because I have a black heritage too. A lot of history in that area, but maybe it's because the inner city schools up there have a higher standard. They all have pretty much the same curriculum, but maybe it's because there's the lack of education down here. It's like, why would they send education down here? Y'all are black people. Y'all don't deserve that. Well, that's a bunch of horse shit. Everybody deserves it. Everybody deserves the right to an education. Doesn't matter what your color of your skin is. Only thing is, you'll only get it if you're paying attention. And, well, yeah, I don't know. You might get an education from the School of Hard Knocks like I did. Maybe. I don't know. We all go through something different. But I'm just saying that there are a lot of demographic maps out there that prove that the majority of the population of black people are here in the Southeast. And they get shit on quite a bit. Yeah, they do. They get the short end of the stick often. From money, power, politics, government, corporations, blah, blah, blah. And it's not, I mean, you know, it's not really a secret. It's kind of a secret, but it's not really a secret. Anybody else notice the invasion of cowboys down here? Just saying. Why is everybody moving out of Texas and over to Florida? Just asking. I got nothing against people from Texas. Just curious. I just noticed that our last little cowboy boot place, we only had one the entire time I've lived here. And it never had any cars in it. It never, ever had any cars in it. And it finally folded because they were too old. And then it's been a while, and then blammo, cowboy hats and cowboy boots everywhere. And Texas license plates. And like I said, I like Texas. I got all my tattoos there. I've had a great time there. I know some good people from there. I'm not hating on it. I'm just wondering. We're celebrating our rodeo. It's interesting. We've always had an equestrian community around here, but it hasn't been a large one, not a very big one. And it didn't have it hasn't had like a huge presence. Like, I can only think of one other place where you can go, and I'm not even going to say their name, but there's only one other place in this town where you can really go pick up equestrian tack gear. It's having some sort of a resurgence, and I think maybe it's like people want to go. Maybe people are trying to get out of their cars and get back on horses. I don't know. It's bizarre. It's interesting. Just an observation. Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna take my happy ass on and go take a bath. Drink some more water and do some chores or something and get some rest. I love you guys. I'm praying for happiness, health, wellness, abundance, peace, harmony for everyone. God's will be done. All that kind of stuff. Good stuff. And anybody who's done anything wrong, like wrong, if you want all of that, you'll do the right thing. Tell the truth. Stop playing. Start making steps toward reparations. It'll help you in the future. Some of you are at a dead-end road, and some of you are going to get to turn around at that cul-de-sac. So, I'm rooting for you, all of you. I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's not a freaking love spell. No, we don't do witchy poo shit over here. Sorry. But we do love everyone. Rooting for equality. Adios.